Tensions in the royal family are at an all-time high as rumors swirl that Queen Camilla has been left feeling humiliated by King Charles and Prince William. Behind the palace walls, a power struggle may be brewing, with reports suggesting that Charles and William have sidelined Camilla in key decisions. Sources claim that their actions have pushed Camilla to her breaking point, leaving her furious and lashing out in frustration. What led to this royal rift, and how will it impact the fragile balance within the monarchy? Let's explore the shocking developments that have the palace in turmoil.
She was the villain. She was the third person in the marriage.
The relationship between Queen Camilla, Prince William, and King Charles is complex, shaped by years of personal history, public scrutiny, and their evolving roles within the British monarchy. While they are bound together by family and duty, the dynamics among them are layered, with moments of cooperation, tension, and diplomacy influencing how they treat each other. At the center of this triangle is King Charles, whose relationship with both his wife, Camilla, and his eldest son, William, has been central to shaping the royal family's image.
Good evening, Your Majesties. Good evening, Windsor.
Charles and Camilla's relationship is perhaps the most straightforward of the three. After decades of public criticism and controversy, they have settled into a strong and supportive partnership, solidified by years of loyalty and shared experiences. For Charles, Camilla is not only his wife, but also his trusted confidant, someone who has stood by him through some of the most challenging moments of his life. Their bond is one of mutual respect, and Charles leans on Camilla for both personal support and in his duties as monarch. Camilla has long been a stabilizing presence for Charles. She understands his temperament, his pressures, and the unique challenges of being in the royal spotlight. As Queen Consort, she supports him during public engagements, accompanies him on state visits, and plays a significant role in their charitable and diplomatic work. Her position beside him has helped modernize the monarchy's image to some extent, and she has taken on her responsibilities with quiet dedication. Charles appreciates her calm, unflappable demeanor and her ability to handle the constant scrutiny that comes with being a senior royal. For Charles, Camilla is a partner in both life and leadership, and their relationship is marked by a deep personal connection. However, the relationship between Camilla and Prince William is far more complicated. William's perspective on Camilla has been shaped by the painful history surrounding his parents' marriage. Charles and Diana's highly publicized separation, followed by Diana's tragic death, cast a long shadow over William's view of Camilla. For much of his life, Camilla represented a difficult chapter in his family's story, and the circumstances of her relationship with Charles were a source of tension. In the early years following Charles and Camilla's marriage, William reportedly kept a respectful but distant relationship with his stepmother. He recognized the importance of her role in his father's life, but his loyalty to his mother, Princess Diana, remained unwavering. William had immense love for Diana, and her memory continues to shape many aspects of his life. As a result, while he accepted Camilla as part of his father's life, he never fully embraced her as a maternal figure. Unlike his younger brother Harry, who seemed more willing to connect with Camilla on a personal level, William's interactions with her were often formal and polite, but lacking deep warmth. Over time, William and Camilla have developed a working relationship built on mutual respect for each other's roles within the monarchy. As the future king, William understands the importance of maintaining harmony within the family, especially in the public eye. Both he and Camilla have shown a willingness to put personal feelings aside to present a united front in support of King Charles. They are often seen together at public events, and while there may be no overt displays of affection, their interactions are cordial and professional. Camilla, for her part, has been careful not to overstep boundaries with William, knowing that her position in his life is a sensitive one. Despite this surface-level cordiality, there are persistent rumors of underlying tensions between William and Camilla. Some reports suggest that William has been uncomfortable with the level of influence Camilla holds over King Charles, particularly in terms of family decisions and the future direction of the monarchy. As someone who is deeply protective of his own family, his wife Catherine, and their 3 children, William is wary of any perceived interference. Camilla, though largely supportive of William's position as the future king, has had to navigate these complexities carefully, ensuring that her role does not encroach on William's path to the throne. William, for his part, has matured into his role as a leader within the royal family. He has shown a willingness to work alongside both his father and stepmother for the sake of the institution. His loyalty to the monarchy and his sense of duty mean that he is able to put personal feelings aside in favor of the greater good. While his relationship with Camilla may never be particularly warm, he has accepted her place within the family and has found a way to coexist with her. In public, the trio presents a united front, attending events together and supporting each other's roles within the monarchy. Camilla is often seen beside Charles at key engagements, with William nearby, representing the continuity and stability of the royal family. While their personal relationships may be complicated by history and emotion, they have all shown a willingness to prioritize their duties and responsibilities over personal grievances. In conclusion, the relationship between Queen Camilla, Prince William, and King Charles is one marked by a delicate balance of personal history and public duty. Camilla and William's relationship remains formal and respectful, but not particularly close, while Charles finds himself navigating the complexities of these 2 important figures in his life. Despite the underlying tensions, they are all united by a shared commitment to the monarchy and its future. Each plays their role in maintaining the stability of the institution, ensuring that the monarchy continues to function smoothly, even if their personal relationships remain complicated. Queen Camilla's life in the royal family has always been filled with its fair share of drama, but recent reports suggest tensions have reached new heights. According to insiders, a major fallout between Queen Camilla and Prince William has sparked an intense royal standoff. The once cordial relationship seems to have taken a turn for the worse, with rumors circulating that Prince William has outright rejected one of Camilla's latest proposals. In response, Camilla reportedly didn't take the news lightly, leading to what's being described as an explosive outburst behind palace walls. What could have caused this rift, and how will it impact the royal family moving forward? Let's dive into the details of this brewing conflict.
Good evening, Your Majesties. Good evening, Windsor.
The relationship between Queen Camilla and Prince William is one of the more intriguing dynamics within the British royal family. While they have both played prominent roles in the monarchy, their connection has been shaped by a mixture of personal history, public perception, and their individual roles within the institution. Their bond is not one of close familial warmth, but rather one marked by mutual respect, duty, and at times, underlying tension. When Camilla first entered the royal fold in an official capacity, her relationship with Prince William was complicated by her past with King Charles. Camilla and Charles's relationship had long been the subject of public scrutiny, particularly due to the fact that it overlapped with his marriage to Princess Diana, William's mother. For William, the public and private pain caused by his parents' tumultuous marriage loomed large. Camilla's presence as Charles's partner was not something he immediately accepted.
She was the villain. She was the third person in the marriage.
And it took time for him to come to terms with her role in his father's life. Early on, reports suggested that William and Camilla kept a polite distance. William, protective of his mother's legacy, was understandably wary of Camilla, whose affair with Charles had contributed to the breakdown of his parents' marriage. For William, this was not just a matter of public perception, but also a deeply personal issue. His relationship with his father had already been strained by the revelations about Charles and Camilla's relationship, and adding her into the family officially was not an easy transition. However, as time passed, both William and Camilla seemed to adopt a pragmatic approach to their relationship. William was, after all, committed to the future of the monarchy, and Camilla was now a central part of that institution. Publicly, they have maintained a relationship based on respect and duty. William has accepted Camilla as his father's wife, and they have been seen together at numerous royal events, often interacting in a cordial and professional manner. There is no indication of overt hostility in public, but the warmth that characterizes William's relationship with other family members, like his brother or wife, is notably absent in his interactions with Camilla. Camilla, on her part, has been careful to navigate her relationship with William with sensitivity. She understands the complexity of the situation and has not tried to overstep her boundaries as a stepmother figure. While she is technically his stepmother, she has never attempted to take on that role in an overtly maternal way. Instead, she has maintained a more hands-off approach, understanding that William's loyalty to his mother is strong, and that trying to replace or even compete with Diana's memory would be neither appropriate nor successful. There are reports that Camilla has worked behind the scenes to foster a respectful relationship with William, even if it is not particularly close. She has reportedly been careful to show deference to William's role as the future king, recognizing that his position in the royal hierarchy will one day surpass her own. Her approach has been one of quiet support, without trying to assert undue influence over him. This has allowed them to maintain a functional relationship, even if it lacks the affection that is often seen in other familial bonds within the royal family. While the public rarely sees the full scope of their interactions, it is clear that their relationship is rooted in duty rather than personal closeness. They have both demonstrated a willingness to put the needs of the monarchy first, even if their personal relationship is not particularly strong. William is dedicated to his role as the future king, and part of that responsibility is managing his relationships with other senior members of the family, including Camilla. He understands the importance of presenting a united front for the sake of the monarchy's stability, and Camilla, in turn, recognizes that William's position is one of utmost importance. However, behind the scenes, there have been rumors of occasional friction between the two. Some reports suggest that William has, at times, been uncomfortable with Camilla's influence over King Charles, particularly when it comes to certain family matters. William is deeply protective of his family, especially his wife, Catherine, and their children. Any perceived slight or interference from Camilla in this area is something that William reportedly does not tolerate. While these instances of tension are rarely made public, they hint at the more complicated dynamics at play behind the royal facade. Another area where their relationship may face strain is in how the public perceives Camilla's role in the monarchy. William, as the future king, is acutely aware of public opinion, and he understands the need for the monarchy to maintain its relevance and appeal to the people. Camilla's past, Particularly her role in the breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage has meant that she has faced an uphill battle in terms of public acceptance. While she has managed to carve out a role for herself through her charitable work and her support of Charles, there remains a segment of the public that has not fully embraced her as a member of the royal family. William, on the other hand, enjoys widespread popularity, and his wife, Catherine, is highly regarded as a future queen. The contrast between Camilla and Catherine is often noted by royal observers, with Catherine seen as a modern, relatable figure, while Camilla is viewed through the lens of past scandals. This difference in public perception may influence how William views Camilla's role within the family, particularly as he prepares for his own future reign. While he remains respectful and dutiful in his interactions with her, there is an understanding that Camilla's legacy will always be somewhat complicated.
Can't mimic voices for love or money. I'm completely hopeless at it. I was the only one, so I think she carved her own role.
Queen Camilla's rise to prominence as King Charles III's wife has been one of the most talked about transformations in modern royal history. Before her marriage to Charles in 2005, Camilla was married to Andrew Parker Bowles, a former member of the British military. Together, they had 2 children, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopes. While Tom often draws attention for his culinary career and occasional public appearances, Laura has remained far more private, choosing to stay out of the royal spotlight as much as possible. However, recent revelations by Laura have shocked royal observers and the public alike, as she spoke candidly about her mother's controversial journey to the throne and the impact it had on her personal and professional life. Her story sheds light on the unique struggles she faced as someone pulled into the royal fold without choice, offering an intimate perspective rarely shared by those adjacent to the monarchy. Laura Lopes was born on January 1, 1978, into a world of British upper-class privilege, but far removed from royal traditions. As the daughter of Camilla and Andrew Parker Bowles, Laura grew up in an environment of wealth and status, attending Haywood Preparatory School and later pursuing a degree in the history of art at Oxford Brookes University. During her formative years, Laura lived a relatively normal, albeit privileged life with her brother Tom. However, even during her childhood, the whispers and rumors surrounding her mother's relationship with Charles began to seep into her reality. The media's relentless coverage of Camilla as the other woman in Charles and Diana's marriage created an unwanted shadow over Laura's life. Friends, teachers, and even strangers would make assumptions about her based solely on her mother's public image. For a young girl trying to understand the complexities of relationships and trust, these experiences forced her to mature quickly. Laura has described her formative years as turbulent, marked by a deep tension between her mother's devotion to family and the public perception of her as a villain. The divorce of her parents in 1995, fueled by years of rumors about Camilla's affair with Charles, was another difficult chapter for Laura. Though shielded from the media as much as possible, she couldn't escape the indirect effects of the public scrutiny that engulfed her family. Yet through it all, Laura maintained a strong bond with her mother. She admired Camilla's ability to remain composed and resilient, even when she was one of the most criticized figures in the British press. When Camilla married Charles in 2005, Laura's life changed dramatically. Unlike Prince William and Prince Harry, who were born into royalty and grew up under the spotlight, Laura was thrust into the royal world as an adult. This abrupt transition was far from easy. While her mother embraced her new role as Duchess of Cornwall, Laura found herself struggling to reconcile her private life with the expectations of her new royal connections. Attending public events with her mother and stepfather brought an overwhelming amount of attention she never sought. She often felt out of place, especially during high-profile events where royal protocols clashed with her desire to remain in the background. One of the most fascinating aspects of Laura's story is her relationship with her stepbrothers, Prince William and Prince Harry. Their interactions have been described as polite, but distant. It is no secret that William and Harry have struggled with their father's relationship with Camilla. both princes have spoken openly about the pain caused by their parents' divorce and Charles's affair, which undoubtedly created a natural barrier between them and Laura. According to reports, heated arguments occasionally broke out between Laura and William in the early years after Camilla and Charles's marriage. William, feeling protective of his late mother, Princess Diana, would sometimes criticize Camilla, blaming her for his mother's unhappiness. Laura, fiercely loyal to her own mother, would push back, arguing that Charles's actions had caused just as much difficulty for her family. These disagreements highlight how both William and Laura coped with the emotional fallout of their parents' past, but from very different perspectives. Despite these tensions, Laura has largely avoided engaging in any public disputes. Unlike Harry, who has been vocal about his grievances with the royal family, Laura has chosen to stay silent, focusing on her own life and career. However, the release of Harry's memoir, Spare, reignited old wounds. In the book, Harry described Queen Camilla as a dangerous figure who prioritized her public image over the well-being of others. While Laura did not directly respond to Harry's claims, reports suggest she was deeply hurt by the accusations. The fallout from the memoir has added another layer of complexity to Laura's relationship with her stepbrothers, making an already fragile dynamic even more strained. Professionally, Laura has built an impressive career as an art gallerist, establishing her independence from the royal family. She worked at prestigious institutions, including the Peggy Guggenheim Collection in Venice, and later co-founded 11 Gallery in London, which focuses on promoting emerging artists. Her work in the art world has allowed her to carve out her own identity, separate from her royal connections. Friends describe Laura as independent, grounded, and uninterested in the trappings of royalty. Even after her mother became queen consort, Laura continued to prioritize her career and family, avoiding the spotlight whenever possible. In her personal life, Laura has also sought stability and privacy. She married Harry Lopes, a former model and chartered accountant, in 2006. Their wedding, held at St. Cyriac's Church in Wiltshire, was attended by members of both the Parker Bowles and royal families. Laura's choice of Anna Valentine to design her wedding dress, a nod to the same designer who created Camilla's bridal gown for her marriage to Charles, highlighted her quiet connection to her mother. Together, Laura and Harry have 3 children, Eliza, and twin boys Gus and Lewis. Laura has been fiercely protective of her children, determined to give them as normal an upbringing as possible. While Eliza briefly entered the public eye as a bridesmaid at Prince William and Kate Middleton's wedding in 2011, Laura has largely kept her family away from royal events. Her focus has been on creating a grounded and private life for her children, free from the pressures of their royal connections. Despite her efforts to remain private, Laura's ties to the royal family inevitably draw her into the public eye from time to time. She has attended significant events, including the coronation of King Charles III and Queen Camilla in 2023, where her twin sons served as pages of honor. The boys' participation was a poignant moment, symbolizing the blending of Camilla's old and new family. Yet, even on such occasions, Laura's discomfort with public attention is apparent. Insiders note that while she fulfills her duties gracefully, she often remains on the periphery, avoiding unnecessary interactions with key royal figures. Laura's relationship with her mother is one of the most compelling aspects of her story. While she deeply admires Camilla's resilience and ability to overcome public criticism, Laura has also acknowledged the challenges their family faced as a result of Camilla's role in Charles's life. Camilla's decision to fully embrace her royal duties created a sense of distance between mother and daughter, depriving them of the simpler, more private moments they once shared. Yet, through it all, their bond remains strong. Laura has been described as one of Camilla's closest confidants, a voice of reason and support during difficult times. Royal insiders even claim that Laura is the only person Camilla truly fears, highlighting the depth of their relationship and the mutual respect they share. The media's relentless focus on Laura has been a source of frustration for her. Every significant event in her life, from her marriage to the births of her children, has been closely scrutinized by the British press. Laura has expressed frustration that her achievements are often overshadowed by her mother's history and the controversies surrounding the royal family. She has worked tirelessly to build a life defined by her own merits, but her connection to Queen Camilla and King Charles III continues to complicate her efforts to remain private. Adding to her challenges, Laura's professional ventures have not always been smooth. Her fashion boutique, Mojo & McCoy, which she co-founded with friends, recently closed after facing difficulties in the retail industry. The boutique, located in Hungerford, was initially seen as a promising business, stocking high-end brands and catering to the affluent local community. However, despite Laura's best efforts, the store struggled to stay afloat. Reports suggest that Laura may seek advice from King Charles before embarking on a new business venture, as she has been impressed by his ability to navigate tough situations. This acknowledgement of Charles's guidance highlights the evolving dynamic between Laura and her stepfather, as well as her willingness to lean on him for support when needed. Laura's future remains a subject of speculation. While rumors occasionally surface about the possibility of her and her brother Tom receiving royal titles, both have firmly denied such claims. Laura has made it clear that she has no interest in becoming a public figure or taking on formal royal duties. Instead, she continues to focus on her family, her art career, and her desire to lead a life that is as normal and private as possible. Yet, as the daughter of Queen Camilla, Laura's attempts to separate herself from the royal family may never fully succeed. Her presence at key events and her role as a supportive daughter and mother ensure that she will always remain connected to the monarchy in some way. In the world of British royalty, where every gesture, glance, and decision carries immense weight, the relationship between key members of the royal family often fuels public intrigue. But when rumors of tension surface between two of the most prominent women in the monarchy, Kate Middleton and Queen Camilla, the stakes reach an entirely new level. Recently, whispers from palace insiders have suggested that Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge and future Queen Consort, has made a bold and calculated move that has not only shaken the foundations of royal dynamics, but left Queen Camilla reeling in its wake. The British royal family has always fascinated the world with its blend of tradition, elegance, and intrigue. Among the many dynamics that have captured public attention is the relationship between Queen Camilla and Kate Middleton, two of the most prominent women in the monarchy. Their roles carry immense responsibility. Their every action is scrutinized, and their interactions often become the subject of intense speculation. While the two have maintained a composed public front, whispers of tensions, controversies, and subtle rivalries have swirled around them, adding fuel to the media's fascination. At the heart of the matter lies the very structure of the monarchy. Queen Camilla, once a controversial figure due to her history with King Charles, has had a long road to acceptance. Her journey from being widely criticized during the years following Princess Diana's death to becoming a central figure in the royal family as queen has been a tale of resilience and reinvention. On the other hand, Kate Middleton, now the Princess of Wales and a future Queen Consort, has seamlessly stepped into her royal role, earning widespread admiration for her grace, poise, and relatability. This stark contrast between their paths into the royal family is often seen as a potential source of underlying friction. Kate's entry into the royal family came with a wave of public goodwill. Her marriage to Prince William marked a modern-day fairy tale, and her natural ability to connect with people won hearts almost immediately. In many ways, she embodies the image of a future queen that resonates with a new generation, charismatic yet grounded, glamorous yet approachable. Queen Camilla's public perception, on the other hand, has been more complex. Her association with King Charles during his marriage to Diana left a shadow that took years to dissipate. While she has worked diligently to support Charles and champion meaningful causes, some sections of the public have struggled to fully embrace her. One of the key factors often cited in rumors of tension is the difference in their approaches to royal duties. Kate has carefully curated an image of being a modern royal, focusing on issues like mental health, early childhood development, and societal well-being. Her projects are meticulously planned, with an eye on long-term impact and public relatability. Camilla, while also dedicated to her charitable work, tends to operate more quietly, focusing on issues like domestic violence and literacy. The comparison between their styles has fueled speculation about whether Camilla feels overshadowed by Kate's growing popularity, especially given the younger royal's widespread appeal and social media presence. The rumors of tension intensified in the lead-up to King Charles's coronation, Many speculated that behind the scenes, there were disagreements about roles, prominence, and even seating arrangements during the historic event. Reports surfaced claiming that Kate wanted to ensure her family's position as central to the monarchy's future, while Camilla aimed to assert her authority as queen. Though no public signs of discord were evident during the ceremony, insiders suggested that the power dynamics between the two had become increasingly complex. Another area of potential friction is how each woman views the legacy of Princess Diana. Kate, as the Princess of Wales, has naturally inherited much of the public affection and expectation once directed at Diana. She has been careful to honor Diana's memory through subtle tributes, such as wearing jewelry that once belonged to her late mother-in-law, and continuing her charitable focus on causes Diana cared about. For Camilla, Diana's enduring popularity has been an unspoken challenge. Although Charles's marriage to Camilla has long been accepted by the royal family, comparisons to Diana remain unavoidable, and some believe this dynamic could influence the relationship between Camilla and Kate. The media has played a significant role in fueling controversies between the two. Tabloid headlines have frequently suggested that Camilla feels threatened by Kate's rising prominence. Stories of alleged power struggles, disagreements over royal protocol, and even rumored clashes over parenting styles have made the rounds. While such reports often lack concrete evidence, they add to the narrative of rivalry that fascinates the public. For instance, there have been whispers that Camilla wanted her own family, particularly her children and grandchildren, to have a more prominent role in royal events, something that might have clashed with the prominence of William, Kate, and their children as the future of the monarchy. Camilla's relationship with Kate's children has also been a point of speculation. As the grandmother figure to Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, Camilla's role in their lives is often contrasted with that of Kate's parents, who are deeply involved and adored by the young royals. Some reports have suggested that Camilla may feel sidelined in this aspect, though there has been no public indication of tension between them. Despite the controversies and rumors, both women have demonstrated a strong commitment to their royal duties. Kate's unwavering dedication to her role and Camilla's steadfast support of King Charles have underscored their shared understanding of the importance of the monarchy's stability. Public appearances often show them interacting cordially, sharing smiles, and engaging in conversation. These moments serve as reminders that the royal family operates under immense scrutiny and must project unity, even if personal differences exist. In private, their relationship may be far more nuanced than the media portrays. As two women navigating the unique pressures of royal life, they likely share common experiences and challenges. Both have had to adapt to extraordinary levels of public attention, balance personal and family life with royal obligations, and manage the complexities of their respective roles. These shared experiences could serve as a foundation for mutual respect, even if their personalities or priorities differ. Ultimately, the relationship between Queen Camilla and Kate Middleton reflects the broader evolution of the royal family. As the monarchy moves into a new era under King Charles, the dynamics between its key members will continue to shape its public image. Whether the rumors of tension hold any truth or are merely the product of media speculation, both women will undoubtedly play pivotal roles in steering the monarchy forward. The public's fascination with their relationship speaks to the enduring allure of the royal family and its ability to captivate imaginations. Camilla and Kate, as two strong and influential figures, represent different facets of the monarchy's past, present, and future. Their ability to navigate the complexities of their roles and their relationship will be crucial in maintaining the royal family's relevance and unity in the years to come. While many of these stories have been fueled by tabloids eager for sensational headlines, some insiders suggest there could be grains of truth in the tension between Queen Camilla and Kate Middleton. The monarchy, after all, is not immune to the challenges of blended family dynamics and generational divides. Kate, as the younger royal with a modern approach to her role, has often been seen as a refreshing contrast to the more traditional and seasoned Camilla. This contrast, though valuable in diversifying the monarchy's appeal, can also be a source of friction when opinions differ. One recurring point of contention, as suggested by royal commentators, lies in their differing views on public engagements and the approach to their respective duties. Kate, known for her hands-on involvement and connection with the younger generation, has made mental health, children's welfare, and early education her key priorities. Her projects, like the Royal Foundation Center for Early Childhood, reflect her long-term vision for tackling societal issues at the root. Camilla, on the other hand, has focused her efforts on raising awareness about domestic violence and literacy, areas that are equally impactful but stem from her own life experiences. While their work doesn't directly overlap, insiders speculate that the allocation of resources, attention, and media coverage between their initiatives has occasionally led to behind-the-scenes disagreements. Rumors about protocol-related clashes have also emerged over the years. Camilla, having spent decades navigating the complexities of royal life, is seen by some as a figure of authority when it comes to traditions and expectations. Kate, while highly respectful of royal customs, represents a generation more willing to embrace change and modernize the monarchy. Alleged disputes over seating arrangements, event planning, and even wardrobe choices have occasionally made headlines, with unnamed sources claiming that Camilla's influence as queen consort sometimes overshadows Kate's growing role as the future queen. Despite the controversies and rumors, there are also moments that suggest mutual respect and understanding between Queen Camilla and Kate Middleton. Both women are deeply committed to supporting King Charles in his reign and ensuring the continuity of the monarchy. They have been seen sharing warm smiles and engaging in light-hearted conversations at public events, signaling that, whatever differences may exist, they are united in their shared responsibilities.
Princess Anne. She has opened up the room and opened up her schedule to do something she rarely does.
Just minutes ago, Princess Anne stunned the world with a heartfelt and emotional farewell to Buckingham Palace. Her words left millions of royal watchers in shock as they realized that the royal family is not as invincible as they once thought. In a candid moment that broke royal protocol, Anne opened up about the impact the palace had on her life and how it shaped her journey. But what made this farewell so unexpected? Princess Anne, known for her stoic demeanor, revealed a side of herself that many thought didn't exist. It wasn't just a goodbye. It was a deep reflection on everything Buckingham Palace symbolized for her. Was this a final emotional release or a strategic move? Her words will change how you see the royal family forever. In her emotional goodbye, Princess Anne didn't just speak about her time at Buckingham Palace, but she revealed the silent, unseen struggles she faced while living under its roof. This wasn't the royal image everyone has come to know, perfect, polished, and untouched by pain. Anne's honesty about the weight of royal expectations, the pressure, and even her desire for personal freedom shocked the public. Was this the real Anne? Or was she just tired of the expectations placed on her by the monarchy? She opened up about how, for years, the palace felt less like a home and more like a gilded cage. Her words suggested that perhaps it was time to move on. Not just from the palace, but from the heavy burden of royal duty itself. As Anne spoke, there was a clear message for anyone listening. The royal family, despite its image of unity, is far from flawless. The emotions were raw, the reflections deep, and the words revealing. Princess Anne's farewell was not just about Buckingham Palace, it was about her own evolution as a member of the royal family. Her life, dictated by duty, was coming to a crossroads. Could this moment mark the beginning of a shift in how royals engage with the public and their duties? For the first time, Princess Anne was openly questioning the very system she's lived under for decades. What followed in her emotional speech left everyone questioning her future role within the royal family. Princess Anne didn't just say goodbye. She hinted at stepping back from the limelight. Was this a soft rebellion against the monarchy? Could the monarchy itself be headed for a major change, with Princess Anne leading the charge for a new era? Anne's words were not just a reflection, they were a potential warning to the royal family. Could this moment signal the beginning of the end for Buckingham Palace's hold over its most famous family? As the royal world processes this monumental announcement, one thing is clear. Princess Anne's emotional farewell has shaken the monarchy to its core. What do you think this means for the future of the royal family? Could this mark the beginning of a much-needed change, or is it simply the reflection of a tired royal under too much pressure? Stay tuned, because there's much more to come in this unfolding story. The secret behind Princess Anne's decision to leave Buckingham Palace will shock you. What made Princess Anne decide to bid farewell to Buckingham Palace? It wasn't just a desire for privacy or a simpler life. No, her decision goes much deeper. In her emotional farewell, Anne revealed an unexpected truth about her royal journey. For years, the public only saw a polished, strong princess, but behind the scenes, Anne's life was much more complicated. While the palace represents tradition, power, and duty, it also became a place of personal struggle. Her words about feeling trapped in the royal system resonated with many who believed she thrived in her role. But what made Anne truly decide to step away? For Anne, the constant spotlight and the pressure of royal duties became more than just a burden. It became a wall. She spoke candidly about her frustrations with the constraints of palace life. Unlike other royals who seemed to enjoy the luxury and glamour of their positions, Anne found herself seeking more than what Buckingham Palace could offer. But it wasn't just a case of wanting privacy or peace. Princess Anne was searching for something deeper. Her farewell was not just about leaving a building. It was about leaving behind an institution that, for decades, had dictated her life. The question remains, what does this mean for the future of the monarchy? Anne's personal reflections revealed a level of dissatisfaction that few expected. While many view her as the quintessential royal, always composed and duty-bound, Anne confessed that her journey through the royal family was far from ideal. She talked about the weight of tradition, and how, over time, it stifled her growth. It was as though she was constantly suffocated by the expectations of her title. Princess Anne's decision to leave Buckingham Palace wasn't just a personal choice. It was a bold statement against the very fabric of royal life. Is this a message to other royals who feel similarly constrained? Anne's exit might be the beginning of a royal awakening that could change everything. The media reaction has been explosive, with some seeing Anne's departure as a rebellion, while others speculate about her deeper motivations. Was Anne trying to reclaim her personal identity? Or was she sending a message about the pressures faced by all royals? Whatever the reason, Princess Anne's words have opened a Pandora's box of royal truths that the public wasn't ready for. Her farewell was far from a simple goodbye. It was a revelation of the struggles royals face when living under the heavy weight of tradition. Princess Anne's farewell has already sparked heated debates. Was she speaking for herself or for the future of the monarchy? As the royal family grapples with her decision, one thing is clear: Princess Anne's words will be felt for years to come. What do you think her true motives are? Let us know in the comments below, and stay tuned for more shocking updates. Inside Princess Anne's life at Buckingham Palace. The untold story. What's it really like inside Buckingham Palace? For Princess Anne, the experience was not always as glamorous as it seems. While the palace represents royal grandeur, for Anne, it was often a place of tension, loneliness, and frustration. In her recent emotional farewell, she offered a rare glimpse into her life behind the palace walls, shattering the illusion of royal perfection. What she revealed about her time there might surprise you, and it's not the fairy tale life that the world imagines. Anne's perspective provides a new understanding of what it means to live under the shadow of the monarchy, offering a candid look at the struggles that many royals face but seldom speak about. Anne didn't hold back in her reflections, revealing that the life of luxury associated with Buckingham Palace often came at the cost of personal freedom. The pressure of being a royal meant constantly living under the public's microscope, and Anne spoke about the personal toll this took. She explained how, despite being surrounded by wealth and privilege, there was always an emotional void. Anne's decision to leave the palace is a powerful statement about the complexities of royal life that go beyond public perception. It's easy to look at the grandeur of Buckingham Palace and imagine a life of ease, but Anne's experience was filled with sacrifices and struggles that few could understand. What Anne's farewell makes clear is that being a member of the royal family often means being trapped in a gilded cage. The expectations placed on royals to maintain a perfect image are immense, and for Anne, it became unbearable. She admitted that while the palace offered the finest things in life, it also demanded much more than she was willing to give. Her words shed light on the emotional toll of being royalty. where duty and public image often take precedence over personal happiness. Was Princess Anne finally breaking free from this cycle? Or was she simply reclaiming her voice after years of being silenced by tradition? Anne's candid reflections have sent shockwaves through the royal world, as they challenge the widely held belief that the palace life is one of ease and indulgence. She revealed a side of her life that few outsiders had ever known. It wasn't just about leaving Buckingham Palace, it was about taking back control over her own life and identity. The public has long been fascinated by the royal family's carefully crafted image, but Anne's openness has shattered that image, exposing the deep personal cost of being part of one of the world's most famous families. So what does this mean for the future of the royal family? Anne's words have created a ripple effect, prompting many to reconsider their views on the monarchy. Could this be the first step toward change within the royal family? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: Princess Anne's story will never be the same again. Secret struggles at Buckingham Palace revealed. Princess Anne's farewell to Buckingham Palace wasn't just a goodbye. It was an admission of the secret struggles she faced living within its walls. For decades, the public viewed Anne as the steady, unflappable royal, never one to show weakness or vulnerability. But in her emotional speech, Anne peeled back the curtain and revealed what life inside the palace really cost her. Behind the polished image of a dutiful royal was a woman who felt confined, isolated, and constantly under pressure. What led Anne to finally expose these deeply personal struggles? And what does this mean for the future of the monarchy? In her farewell speech, Anne admitted that the pressures of royal life often made her feel as though she was living in a bubble. While Buckingham Palace is a symbol of tradition and history, it also came with its own set of challenges. Anne revealed that, despite the beauty and prestige of the palace, she often felt trapped by the expectations placed upon her. It was as though the weight of royal duty was constantly bearing down on her, leaving little room for personal growth or happiness. The isolation Anne felt within the palace walls was palpable, and for the first time, she allowed the world to see this vulnerable side of her. What was most shocking about Anne's revelation was how much she had sacrificed over the years. While the public saw her as the strong, reliable royal, Anne's internal battle was one of emotional strain and exhaustion. She spoke openly about the loneliness she faced, despite being surrounded by family and staff. Buckingham Palace, which was supposed to be her home, often felt more like a prison. In revealing this, Anne shattered the perception that royals have everything they could ever want. Her truth opens up a new conversation about the hidden emotional toll of being a royal. Anne's emotional speech also highlighted the immense pressure that comes with being part of the royal family. She shared that the constant scrutiny, the public's expectations, and the need to maintain a perfect image were all-consuming. But despite all of this, Anne confessed that there was a part of her that always longed for a simpler life, one where she could live without the weight of the monarchy hanging over her. Anne's farewell was a deeply personal reflection on the sacrifices she had made and the toll it had taken on her over the years. In sharing her struggles, Princess Anne has opened the door to a deeper understanding of what it means to live as a member of the royal family. Her decision to finally speak out is a courageous step that may inspire others within the monarchy to also share their truths. What will this mean for the future of the royal family? Only time will tell, but Princess Anne's revelations have already begun to shift the conversation in ways no one could have anticipated. Why could this change royal history? Princess Anne's decision to leave Buckingham Palace is one that will undoubtedly echo through royal history. But why did she make this unprecedented move? And what does it mean for the monarchy's future? In her farewell speech, Anne made it clear that her decision wasn't just about seeking peace. It was about challenging the very structure of the monarchy itself. For the first time in history, a royal of Princess Anne's stature is questioning the monarchy's traditional values and its grip on her life. This bombshell announcement could reshape the future of the royal family in ways that no one expected. Princess Anne's departure is far from a simple exit. It's a symbolic act of defiance. For decades, the monarchy has been built on a foundation of tradition, duty, and control. But Anne's decision suggests that the royals may not be as invincible as they once seemed. Anne's words struck a nerve, as they called into question the very system that has governed the royal family for centuries. Could this be the beginning of a larger movement within the monarchy to modernize and adapt to the changing times? If Princess Anne's exit is any indication, the royal family might soon face an existential crisis that could force it to evolve or risk losing its relevance. The implications of Anne's decision are far-reaching. For years, the royal family has been seen as an institution that is above reproach. But Anne's bold farewell shows that even the most stalwart members of the royal household can feel the weight of tradition and the burden of duty. What does this mean for the future of the monarchy? Could we see more royals speaking out or stepping away from their royal roles in the future? Princess Anne's farewell has opened the floodgates for a larger conversation about the role of the monarchy in modern society. As the world digests Anne's shocking announcement, it's clear that the monarchy is at a crossroads. Will Princess Anne's decision to leave Buckingham Palace inspire a new era for the royal family, one that embraces change and transparency? Or will it serve as a reminder of the challenges and struggles that even royals face when living in the public eye? Only time will reveal what comes next, but one thing is certain. Princess Anne's decision will forever alter the course of royal history. The Hidden Princess. Anne's emotional departure from Buckingham Palace has sent shockwaves through the royal family. But behind her heartfelt farewell lies a hidden truth that the public has never known. Until now. Anne's decision wasn't just about leaving a building, it was about leaving behind a system that had long dictated her life. Her words uncovered the raw emotions that have been building for years, offering an inside look into what life inside Buckingham Palace is really like. Was Anne's decision driven by personal dissatisfaction, or was there something more at play? This shocking revelation challenges everything we thought we knew about royal life. In her speech, Anne confessed that her decision to leave was a long time coming. Despite being a respected member of the royal family, she had always felt like an outsider in her own home. Buckingham Palace, despite its grandeur, had become a place where Anne felt increasingly isolated and disconnected. Her words hinted that the palace had long been a symbol of duty and sacrifice, but not of personal happiness. Could it be that Anne's emotional departure is a statement against the monarchy's rigid structure? If so, what does this mean for other royals who may feel similarly trapped by tradition? Anne's farewell marks a turning point in how we view the royal family's internal dynamics. While the world may have thought of Anne as the dutiful royal who followed the rules, her words have shown us a woman who is ready to break free from the expectations placed upon her. This is not just a story about a royal departure, it's a story about reclaiming one's life and identity in the face of overwhelming pressure. As Princess Anne steps away from Buckingham Palace, she leaves behind a legacy that could change the way we view royalty forever. So, what does this mean for the future of the royal family? Anne's decision to leave has created a ripple effect that will be felt for generations. Her willingness to speak out and take control of her own destiny may inspire others within the monarchy to do the same. Will we see more royals breaking away from their roles, or is Princess Anne's departure a one-time act of defiance? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. Princess Anne's farewell will go down in history as one of the most surprising and impactful moments in royal history. What this means for the royal family. Princess Anne's departure from Buckingham Palace is not just a personal moment, it's a symbol of a much deeper shift within the royal family. For centuries, the monarchy has been seen as a monolithic institution, with members expected to follow strict protocols and carry out their royal duties with little room for personal choices. But Anne's emotional farewell hints at a broader change that is bubbling beneath the surface. Could her decision to leave represent the first crack in the royal facade, a sign that the royal family is finally confronting the immense pressures of modern life? Anne's farewell is not just about her stepping down from a royal role. It is an invitation to reconsider how the monarchy functions in the 21st century. In an age where personal autonomy and mental health are gaining more recognition, Anne's words suggest that even the royals are not immune to the struggles that many of us face. The world has long admired the royal family for its strength, poise, and tradition. But Anne's departure reminds us that even they have their limits. Could this be the first step in a larger evolution of the monarchy? A shift where individual needs are placed alongside royal duties. What makes Anne's exit so compelling is how it intersects with the struggles that many of the younger royals have been quietly facing in recent years. From Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's decision to step away from royal duties to the increased scrutiny placed on younger generations, there is a growing sense that the monarchy may be on the verge of a major transformation. Anne's farewell has opened the door for future conversations about what it means to be a royal in the modern age. And in doing so, she has set a precedent that may influence how the next generation of royals approach their roles. Despite the shockwave caused by Anne's words, one has to wonder, how much of this is tied to her personal experience, and how much of it reflects a larger desire for change within the royal family. Anne's life has been marked by a deep sense of duty, but her emotional farewell suggests that even she has struggled with the weight of tradition. It's a moment that calls for reflection, not only for Anne, but for all of us as we consider the evolving nature of royalty, leadership, and individual freedom. In the end, Princess Anne's departure isn't just about her leaving Buckingham Palace. It's a symbol of change, a challenge to the status quo, and a call for deeper conversations about how the royal family can adapt to the modern world while still honoring its history. The future of the monarchy is in flux, and Anne's bold decision may have been the catalyst that sparks a much-needed dialogue about the personal lives of royals and their ability to forge their own paths. Princess Anne's emotional farewell to Buckingham Palace has left an indelible mark on the royal family's history. Her decision to step away is a powerful statement that challenges the very foundation of royal life as we know it. But what does it mean for the future of the monarchy? Will other royals follow in her footsteps, or is this a unique moment of defiance that will forever change how we see the family? As the royal world processes Anne's shocking words, one thing is clear: the monarchy will never be the same again. Do you think Princess Anne's decision will inspire other royals to break free from tradition? Or will the royal family close ranks and continue with business as usual? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this explosive look into Princess Anne's life and the royal family's internal struggles, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe for more eye-opening royal revelations. You won't want to miss the next story. We have more shocking updates coming soon. Prince William's recent visit to a humble fish and chip shop in Scotland turned into something far more meaningful than anyone could have anticipated. Accompanied by his wife, Kate Middleton, the Duke of Cambridge chose to revisit Anstruther Fish Bar, a place steeped in personal nostalgia for the couple. It was a spontaneous outing, a heartwarming trip down memory lane that felt more like two old friends reconnecting with their past than a carefully orchestrated royal engagement. For the locals who witnessed it, and for William and Kate themselves, this quiet visit became a symbol of simplicity, connection, and the enduring power of small, shared moments. Years ago, when Prince William and Kate Middleton were just university students at St. Andrews, Anstruther Fish Bar had been a favorite spot for the couple. Like any young people finding their way, they would escape the pressures of coursework and early adulthood to share meals, laughter, and conversations in this quaint little seaside town. At that time, no one could have predicted how their lives would evolve, and the modest fish and chip shop became a part of their story. One of those small, unassuming places where some of life's happiest memories are made. Their return nearly 2 decades later felt like a quiet celebration of those days, a chance to relive a chapter of their lives that was untouched by the weight of their titles and responsibilities. It was a sunny afternoon when the Duke and Duchess arrived at the fish bar, blending into the local crowd with an ease that surprised everyone. They were not there as royals on official duty, but as two people reconnecting with a place they had loved in their youth. Dressed casually and radiating warmth, they placed their orders with the same excitement you'd expect from any couple revisiting a cherished memory. William couldn't hide his delight as he ordered classic fish and chips, along with a treat of ice cream and cookies and mint chocolate chip, flavors that seemed to reflect both nostalgia and a youthful indulgence. Kate, with her trademark elegance, chose a gluten-free cone featuring Scottish tablet flavor, a nod to the local traditions and her refined yet approachable tastes. The couple didn't rush through their visit. Instead, they embraced the moment, sitting on a bench by the dock, casually sharing their meal under a simple umbrella. It was a scene so charming, so genuine, that even the most skeptical onlookers couldn't help but be captivated. There were no formalities or grand gestures, no carefully scripted interactions, just two people enjoying the simplicity of a meal together. It was as if time had stood still, taking them back to those carefree days of university life when their connection had quietly begun to blossom. For Allison and Robert Smith, the owners of Anstruther Fish Bar, seeing William and Kate walk through the door was an unexpected and heartwarming surprise. They remembered the couple fondly from years past, when they were simply William and Kate, two young students who shared an easygoing charm. The couple's return brought a wave of nostalgia not just for themselves, but also for the locals who had watched them grow into the global figures they are today. William, ever the conversationalist, took time to chat with the staff and reminisce about how the fish and chips tasted just as good, if not better, than he remembered. Kate's gentle smile and heartfelt words about revisiting the place made it clear just how much the visit meant to them both. For those lucky enough to witness the moment, the impact was profound. Seeing William and Kate in such a relaxed, natural state was a reminder that at their core, they are not just public figures, but people who cherish the same simple joys as the rest of us. Their visit was a quiet testament to the power of connection, to places, to people, and to memories that shape who we are. For William and Kate, Anstruther Fish Bar was more than just a restaurant. It was a touchstone of their past, a place that had seen them at the very beginning of their journey together. It's easy to forget that before they became the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, William and Kate were just two young adults navigating university life at St. Andrews. William, seeking a sense of normalcy after years of growing up in the public eye, found solace in the relative anonymity of university. St. Andrews offered him a space where he could be himself, away from the expectations and pressures that came with being the future king. Kate, on the other hand, brought a quiet confidence and determination to her time at university. She was hardworking, grounded, and graceful, qualities that would later come to define her public role. Their relationship didn't begin with fanfare. In fact, it grew slowly, built on a foundation of friendship and mutual respect. They attended lectures together, studied late into the night, and shared moments of joy and laughter with their close group of friends. Those who knew them at the time often remarked on the ease of their connection. William, who could be reserved and guarded, seemed to come alive around Kate. Her calm presence and genuine warmth created a space where he could relax and simply be himself. In return, William offered Kate steadfast support and quiet admiration, qualities that would remain at the heart of their relationship. It was in the small, ordinary moments of university life that their bond truly deepened. Whether they were walking along the cobblestone streets of St. Andrews, cheering each other on at sporting events, or sharing meals at places like Anstruther Fish Bar, their connection grew stronger with each passing day. For William, who had already faced significant loss and public scrutiny in his young life, Kate became a source of stability and strength. For Kate, William was a steady and reassuring presence, someone who celebrated her individuality and saw her for who she truly was. Returning to Anstruther Fish Bar all these years later wasn't just about indulging in a favorite meal. It was about honoring the place that had quietly witnessed the early days of their relationship. It was a chance to reflect on how far they had come, not just as individuals, but as partners who had navigated the complexities of public life together. For William and Kate, the visit was a moment of gratitude, a reminder of the simple joys that had brought them together in the first place. Nature and Kate's thoughtful words reminded those around them that beneath the titles and responsibilities, they are two people who value connection, tradition, and the memories that shape us all. In the years since their time at St. Andrews, William and Kate's lives have changed in extraordinary ways. Their engagement in 2010, marked by William's heartfelt proposal during a trip to Kenya, was a significant turning point in their journey. The sapphire engagement ring, once worn by Princess Diana, symbolized both continuity and a deep sense of family. Their wedding in 2011, watched by millions around the world, was a celebration of their love and commitment. Yet, despite the grandeur of the occasion, the essence of their relationship remained the same, rooted in shared experiences, mutual respect, and a quiet understanding of one another. Over the years, William and Kate have embraced their roles as senior royals with grace and dedication. They have become known not just for their public duties, but also for their unwavering commitment to causes they care deeply about. From mental health awareness to environmental conservation, their work reflects their desire to make a meaningful difference in the world. At the same time, they have prioritized their family, creating a strong and loving foundation for their children. Through it all, their connection to places like Anstruther Fish Bar serves as a reminder of the simplicity and joy that lies at the heart of their relationship. Their visit was a celebration of the past, but also a reflection of the present, a moment to pause, to reconnect, and to appreciate how far they have come. It was a powerful reminder that even in a life filled with extraordinary responsibilities, it is the ordinary moments that often mean the most. As the couple bid farewell to Anstruther Fish Bar that afternoon, their gratitude was evident. They took the time to thank the staff, share laughs with the locals, and leave behind memories that will no doubt be cherished by everyone who witnessed them. The simplicity of the scene, the sight of two people enjoying fish and chips by the dock, was its most profound aspect.